Good afternoon, everybody, or morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you very much for joining us today. It was a rough one. Again, I always say that. It's always rough for me to go do these live stream. Because, okay, I got a big story to tell you. If I just can figure out my stuff here in my audio mixer so I can hear the same as you guys are hearing in my headphone mix. There you go. Oh wow, that's loud. Okay. Better. Now I hear the same thing that you guys hear. This is what I want to do. Okay. So, funny story. I don't know if I should say it live, but I will. I can handle the consequence of that. So, I wake up today in a really bad condition motel room, 5 hours away from my house. And the funny thing about it is there was a mistake. There was an obvious mistake. I don't think that hotel and motel usually treat their client like that. But yesterday I had a gig 5 hours away from my place. So sleep there. The production and the city booked us some motel. And you know, it's like a motel complex that was bought a couple of years ago. You know, somebody bought his competition, and especially in where we were sleeping, that building do not have a front desk. So we had to check in at the other one, and you know, take our key and just go sleep there, leave the key in the room, and that's it. We don't have to pay. We're guests by the city, so. They did the mistake of giving me a used room. But I didn't realize it until a couple hours later. I went to get my keys, got my keys, go out, did the gig. You know, small setup. You can watch that setup and that gig in my future vlog that will come out probably tomorrow. And I didn't film the motel part, by the way. It's just, this is why I'm saying it right now. And when we came back at the hotel, I had a lunch because we didn't have time for a lunch. So me and the artist were just hanging out on the balcony there. I basically just threw my stuff in the room, grab a beer, grab my lunch, and we start to hang out on the porch there. And nights go out. It was 9:30. 9:30 p.m. It's this is how rock and roll goes these days. We call it a night. I go to bed. Open my bed sheet and I'm like, that bed is not really well made for an hotel, but I've seen worse. Whatever. Get in bed, grab my phone, start to relax, finish my other beer. Watching Stevie T's video. There we go. I was watching Stevie T videos to relax. And at some point, I'm like, oh, I need the bathroom for a second. So I go in the bathroom and, you know, they don't even turn on the light because there's like a small light in the bedroom. So I see enough that I don't need to turn on the light. And I realized that there's some used towel in the bathtub. And I'm like, oh, maybe they forgot to take them out, so it's okay. I'm good enough, you know. It was a small day, good enough. I can go home without taking a shower because somebody used it before, and I'm like, I don't know who these persons are, what they did in there, so I'm just gonna avoid that. Do my business in the toilet, go out, and realize that the garbage are full of used plates and like lunch left over. And then I start to realize that they gave me a non-clean room. I felt weird because I just spent like an hour in the bed. It's around like 10:30, 11, and I cannot drive. Even if I wanted to, I had way too much beer. Not way too much, but I had too much beer to safely drive to the front desk and complain. So I just slept there. This is like one of the glorious pages in a rock and roll book. I just slept there, call it a night, wake up gross, and like, okay, I sleep kind of enough that I could take the road, thinking like, okay, I'm just gonna leave. So I left at 5:30 this morning, did a 5-hour ride, went back home, did a nap, and now that leads me to where we are today. I'm back with you guys. Is there something wrong with the stream? Because I got something strange. I got likes on my video, but I don't see the amount of people in there. So if you are here in the chat, say hi. Because it tells me that 5 people are watching it in playback. So it's like if you were to watch live. We started 5 minutes ago. Hold on. Let me grab the link and see for myself if everything is working. Yeah, and we got almost no delay. So, I don't know. Something is wrong. Anyway, that was my little story about my night of rock and roll. Another one. Now, for real this time, we're going to check out Mixing Station. All my life I called it Mix Station. I didn't know it was Mixing Station. I don't know what's wrong. I always thought, I was seeing it as saying Mix Station. But, now I got it working. Well, to the point where I connected my console. That you can see right there. Can you see it? Maybe you can see better like this. Oh, this is just a screen. Maybe if I need to do some physical stuff, physical interaction with the console and the iPad, I'll zoom that out. But for now, that's good. You can see that the console is behind me. And you can see my iPad. Everything is working. If you excuse me just 1 second, I'm going to put the iPad into D&D mode. Not Dungeon and Dragon. I mean, do not disturb. And we're going to dive into the console. In the app for the console. I never tried it. I know some people, I'm really sorry I got a couple email this week saying that I should check it out and I should check video before looking at it, but I want to have a fresh, I want to have a fresh take on it. So, I'm reconnected. There we go. Okay, well, first, this will be like a review also. I see that this user interface is made for many consoles. I get that. It makes sense, It's it's a UI that I'm just gonna move that a little bit out of the way, and I can make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So the UI is made for mini console. I get that, and I can see that we got some LED display, some status display of gate, dynamic, and EQ. You can see just behind the live word in the screen we have a D here. I'm gonna guess this is dynamic. This is to tell me that I have some EQ going. Yes, and if I turn it off, great. So visual display here, I like that. But I'll be honest, the user interface to me is really ugly. I know some of you will like it. It reminds me a lot of the XR app from Behringer that I don't like either. I'm a fan of the X32 one. So, excuse me, so far, not happy with the interface. It's not bad, it's just, I think it could be better. It could look more like a console, but I understand that this is a trade-off of having the real, the real console look, and this app is made for many consoles, so it could not have all the look of all the console all the time. Anyway. Let's start from the right. The interface is highly customizable. Sorry. To make it less ugly. Sure. Where would I do that? I seriously would like to know. Is it here? Layer. Layout. Probably not. App. I'll start to poke around. Team. Okay. Dark. High contrast. Solar ad. Okay. Let's try high contrast for fun. Okay. But you see, it's just a color change. I don't know. Solar dark. This is what we had before. Just dark. It's kind of like the same thing. What else we got? Solar bright. It's the fact that everything is square. I get it from a programmer perspective. It's easy. It's just line. But, I like this one better, I think. For the same reason that people complain about the Reaper plugin versus the Wave. I don't know if the Reaper plugin are that less superior, but they look less appealing. And to me, this is practical. You got everything visually, you got everything, but it's not bad, but it's not appealing. I like the X32 app better. This is what I've been using for years. Same reason I don't like Windows. I'm a Mac guy. I don't like Windows because of the look. It's just, to me, it's not my platform, but also it looked less, or was looking less appealing now that Windows 11 is just a plain copy of Mac OS in design and color. They're kind of less similar. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Windows. I don't want to start that debate. Okay. Okay, so we got bus send for everybody. Rolf, do you know if the bus send could be... We got 16 bus send. Can they be stereo? Or if I send into something, it's by default stereo? Oh, I'm gonna guess so. If I click on that page, and I got the 16 bus, pre-fader, and here, pad mode link, and the tap point, and okay. Pretty much everything that I have on the console. I like the view of the channel strip in the top. Interesting. Send out to main. If I click here. Okay, I get it. Bus send. I get it. Insert. I could insert any of the rack. Okay. Compressor. It's the image, the exact image that we have in the wing. So good. If I click on this, we have the default one with no image. Got that. Aug.16, it's basically the same image that we have in the wing. You know, no stressor and the knobs. Okay. And it's on by default now. Okay, good. EQ 6 parametric or the okay, so this is taken pretty much right out of the console, or the image are pretty much right out of the console. Gate, I'm gonna guess the same thing. Yes, not gonna put any gate for no reason. Insert, I can insert some rack. Okay, so as usual, I can do that on the console too. And here we have the delay preamp. Now it says trim here, but it will be my mic pre if there was a mic pre. Main. Okay, overview of the channel. Okay, so far I can see that you got everything. I get that. And the overview is basically the ohm screen like you would get anywhere else. I got some layer. If I click here, bus send. Okay. Well, that is cool. Bus send are basically your send on fader. You go busmaster. Is it busmaster? No, it's not what I. Can I? Okay, I need to double click it to take it off. To go out of the send on fader mode. Okay, I like the find function. I could see use for that. I like to, you know, it's I'm one of those crazy guys that cannot have my fader to minus 0.2. If I want it to be at 0 dB, it bugs me. Okay, the apps use the feature of the console. As far as I know, there are no feature added. Okay, maybe when Autotune came out a couple of firmware ago, it was in there before. It was accessible in there before, with no image, but the I/O were there. So, okay. What else do we have? I like the quick access to the user, to the bus send and the matrix send and the main. And gain, what is that? What is gain? I don't know. Bus, is it? Okay, that's my, if I click on bus, it displays my bus 4. Whoa. Okay, I can see that you can create some custom layer. If I just want to go out there. Okay. I understand how to use it. I have all my channels, 40-ish plus 8. Channel mono stereo. My mixes, this is my main mix, DCA. Main, okay, main here is where the 4 mains are. Okay, so if I want to have that at 0, yeah, I like the find function. To mix a show, I think it can be cool to have the find function, because I would prefer to do some big move with my finger and not move that much of a volume, so I can see use for that. Okay, so you have all the selection there. Meter in out. Okay, great. I like that. With I'm gonna guess the gain reduction in the bottom. So if I have like it's the same thing as the. Okay, no. Here are the gain reduction per channel. So dynamic and gate. Dynamic will be compressor. Gate will be okay. RTA. All the perimeter of the RTA sources. Can you? I would need to try that out. But somebody today was asking on Facebook if there's a way to basically build yourself an RTA analyzer like you can on the X32, where you have one, when you send the listen of the RTA from a channel and you watch, let's say, your main out, and you can EQ that so you can reference your microphone that way. But I don't think that will allow you to do that. What is those square? Mute group. Okay, great. Is there a way to have your mute group on, let's say, most of the time I'm running my DCA on the Behringer app, the X32 app, running my DCA, and I'm using my mute group to deal with my effect send, because I mute to cut down my effects. My bus send to those effects unit with the mute group. So I'm using mute 1 for all my band, for all my input, 2 if needed, never really needed. And 5 and 6 are like 5 is my reverb and 6 is my delay. I don't see a way to do that. I would have to punch and okay. You see, something that I prefer with I prefer the fine function on this, but the fact that I don't have my mute group in front of me all the time, it's bugging me a little bit. I'm not used to that workflow, is what I want to say. So, okay. Yeah, the premium 1 through 8 and 9 through 16 rack there. Routing, okay, that's the in and out. Okay, good. So if I go sources, I can have my 8 input. Do I have to go? How would I do that? Source. Is that like my channel 1? So local 1, okay. How would I go? How would I go somewhere? Oh, is it the input that I've selected? If I'm selecting this one, if I select 9 and I go here, source, nope. Maybe this is not ready. With a custom layout, you can have mute group stuff on the main screen. Okay. I will definitely take a look at that. What else? Autosave. Sure, that's a cool thing maybe to have. Can I? Oh, it's for the MIDI stuff. Okay. Mixer, PQ sensitivity. Okay, you can customize your sensitivity of the app. This is great. Metering. Great. App link. Okay, layer. Can I? Channel per layer. Okay, so I could have. Let's say I go crazy. 32. And if I do, oh yeah, that will be confusing to work with. That would be really confusing to work with, but you could have 32 channel in front of you all the time. It's just, what have I done? It's just not really, even on an iPad Pro, because I have the smallest one. Even on an iPad Pro, it doesn't make sense. Maybe if I could run this with a mouse, I could have 32 channel in front of me to mix like any live stream broadcast. Okay, well, let me reverse that because it's just plain stupid. Can I do 12? Oh, hold on. Can I do 12? Okay, yeah, 12 makes sense. The size is fine. And the console is following behind me. Great. So let's say I 0-ish these fader. And how fast? Okay. It's pretty much instantaneous with this. Okay. Layer. Okay, I like that. I like the fact that you can custom layer. This is great. If you have 14 input on a set and say, oh, I have to change page to write that fader, you could create yourself a 14 input layer. Maybe have your fingers smaller, but I get that. Okay. Layout. I don't know what I'm looking at, and I don't know what I should have. Okay, oh, there's a plus here. Okay, in the custom layout, there we go. Can I create the... Can I create basically the Behringer app? Can I do this? No, it doesn't want to go sideways here. But I can do this. Hold on. I'll give it a fair shake. Something like this, roughly. And my fader bank, I want to make it bigger. Okay, can I add mute group? I'm gonna guess it will be button. Delete. I don't need that. Okay. I'm having a hard time with it. Okay, you can basically design your custom layer here. I get that. I just don't know how to... Okay. Oh, you have the option here. Okay. I don't get where to add my mute group, but I'm gonna guess it's possible. So you could create yourself a custom layer and have your stuff. Okay, so it's really custom. You can make it your own. Okay. I get it. Channel strip. You can modify it again. So if I want to make my mute group bigger, I can do that. My name bigger. For all those, please don't be offended if I say this, but my old timer friend who have maybe a harder time to read the small screen, like this is an iPad mini, so some of you who may have a hard time reading this, you can make stuff bigger. MIDI in and out. Let's take a look at that. What did it says? Deactivate MIDI in app, something like that. Activate an app setup. Okay. It's not where supposed. MIDI support. If I go on, click here. Oh, I can map out a MIDI device. So I'm gonna guess this could be used as a MIDI interface to mix stuff, not only on the console but on the DAW if you plug it in. Okay. New device as Mackie Control. Could be X Touch. Nice. Okay. This is not something that I would really want to use. Okay. What are the dot? USB players, Scribble Strip, Auto EQ. No. What's that? Auto EQ. What is that? This is the oh no, it's like one of those DBA Magic EQ. I'm gonna guess. And if you go apply, okay, so you can you can send out pink noise into this, and it will flat out your PA for you. No, thank you. Not a fan of that at all. I understand that it worked for some people, but I can just do it with my ear, and I know what I'm looking for. And sometimes especially in monitoring, because it apply that to the first EQ. I don't want flat. I don't want any feedback, but I don't want flat. Hold on. Let me get back to this. Okay, now I have to use my custom layer. Okay, good. Like it. That's fine. But yeah, for monitoring, I don't want flat. I want, most of the time, more mid-range. And if there is no sub leakage on the stage, I want to add sub. I want to give the musician feeling, and sometimes the EQ curve that I need to achieve in the box, it's not flat. I want that low, that low mid that nobody likes in the front. I want it on stage to empower the musician with great feeling. What a great feeling monitor mix, especially for bass player. They want those mid, everything that you want to cut in the round 250-ish to give some space for the guitar and blend it with the guitar. They want it on stage. This is their reference, basically. Okay. Well, I've been going at this for 30 minutes already. I don't know. I'll give my honest opinion. I don't know if I'm sold or not. I get it. It's great. You can customize it however you want. Let's just say for X32, I am still going to use my X32 app because I know it so well. It's been working fine for me for the last 7 years. And I prefer the look of the X32 app over this one. Sorry, it's just me being honest here. For the wing, I didn't play a lot with Copilot because my console is not usually connected to my house system or a router, period. And I don't know. Maybe I can try Copilot in the next one. Not I wonder if the apps allow us to use an X32 scene and import it to the wing. I would say no, because there is more parameter behind under the hood. There is more stuff happening behind than just that, the EQ curve, the EQ type, I know there is an app that convert files from Behringer, like from the X32 to wing. I just don't know how it convert that, and all the extra stuff that you have available in the wing, it would default to what? To nothing. So file conversion sometimes is not worth it. I mean, it's probably fine for the channel itself because the wing EQ is, I'm gonna guess, the same as the X32 one. Compressor, the basic one, all the basic stuff in the wing are, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing as the X32. But all the main and all the bus and everything, I'm not sure how it would deal with that. And honestly, if I have the option, if I'm changing console, if I switch from X32 to wing, I would do a sound check again, like I did the first time that I used the wing. I had the X32 on stage, loaded my show for the band to monitor with the X32, my core and my DL251, and I just rebuild the show for front of house because I have more option. My approach would change. I would not load the same show file. I would change the approach. Same thing when I did the same band with the Pro 2. My approach is different because the console doesn't sound the same. The option that I have for compressor and EQ are not the same. The sidechain that I'm using are not the same. So, well, it's the same result, but the way to get there and the approach is different. So, different console, different approach, different show file. Okay. Is there anything that I've missed? Because I don't know. Is it worth to pay? I think it's $10 for this apps. Is it worth to pay $10 for it versus the free one for Behringer? For the X32, I would say no. I prefer the free one all the way. For wing, I need to try out Copilot. Maybe I can do that next week. Next week, I'm trying out Copilot for the first time. Well, actually, I did try Copilot a long time ago, but never mind. I want to try it again. Things have changed. I think I'm talking like firmware 1.6, like a long time ago. Well, for being honest here, I think I give it a fair shake. It's cool. I can see some use for it. I can see why I would prefer something else for, I don't like the AI. The UI. The user interface to me is not appealing. It's not bad. It's practical. But I like the finish, let's say, of the X32 one. And just for fun, just to fix my connection problem the other day, I downloaded Copilot. Just gonna take a look at it real quick. Already it feels more like home. The fact that it looks like the console, it's stupid. You can tell me that you prefer something else for a different reason, but the fact that it looks like the console, it's the same design, it makes me feel, the finish of the Copilot ad is indeed better. And it's not going to influence the way that I mix the show, but for the amount of time that I'm looking at that screen during a night, I think I prefer the better UI. And it's free. I mean, as far as I know, there is no parameter that can't be, there is nothing that can be achieved with Wing Copilot so far. Just gonna take a quick look at it. I didn't play around with it that much. Okay. Can I control metering? Can I? I think it's just for mixing. You cannot control gain and stuff like that, can't you? Patches locked. Config channels, output. Oh, and it display what is this connected to in the bottom? Okay, great. If I go front of house, is it only for mixing? I think so, because I don't see gain. Oh no, when you click on the fader, we got everything. Trim. Is it just a visual? Can I? Okay, it's not fully touch. It's I would have to change gain like that. Okay. See, I could see a change for that. Like, give me the same thing. Hi, Chris. Okay, I don't want to go too far into Copilot. I want to take a look at it next week. But so far, yeah. I'm just going to close it. Close everything for now. And say, yeah, mix station, okay, good. If you jump a lot between different consoles, because mix station can connect to, hold on, let me show you guys this. You can control a lot of console with it. Like if you mix with the SI-VI from Soundcraft, Allen Neat, or Music Tribe, the Wing, and X32. If you jump through a lot of different console, and you want to keep the same user interface, I get it. Me, I'm mixing mostly on X32, like daily. I've done probably 500 shows for real. Like when you think about it, 500 shows a lot of night. I did probably 500 shows and 1,000 different bands on X32. Wing is new. I want to use it more and more. But so far, if I mix with an iPad, X32 app is still the go-to. Sorry, guys. I like this one. I see why people would use it, but I just prefer the UI. That's gonna be my take on this. So really sorry to Poncho who pay me basically that app, because I said if he pay it out, I would try it. But justification for the price versus the result, I would pay $5 for the Behringer app versus getting this one for free. Sorry. It's just me being honest. I don't hate it. I just meh. It leaves me like wondering, why would you pay for this when you have the other one for free? That look better. Look doesn't sound better. It just look better. Okay, so I'm busy, guys. I have a really long week ahead of me. I have 2 hours now where I want to edit. Sorry, yesterday's vlog. Got a fresh cup of coffee. Gonna grab another one. And sorry, subscriber. People subscribe to the channel and it just pop on my phone. Thank you for watching this. Who just subscribed? Laura LPS. Thank you, Laura. I think you are my first female viewer. If you are a female, Laura to me sound like a female name. No offense. I'm not here to judge. You can be whatever you want. Okay, seriously, that's gonna be it. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse more than that. It's fine. I like it. This is what I'm gonna say. I like it. If you don't have anything else, I would prefer the Behringer app, or actually, I prefer the Behringer app. Sorry, guys. Keep working on your app. It's fine. The positives are the Fader fine and the custom mode that you can build your own interface. I like that. I can see use for it. It's a 50-50. To me, it's a 50-50 draw, but the fact that one is paid versus the other one for free, the free one win. No offense. If you like that video, give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel like Laura just did, subscribe to the channel. Until the next one, please take care of yourself, guys. And I will see you all really soon, because next Monday, I'm working. I'm going to try to keep the live stream as much as I can, but guys, you have no idea the amount of work that I have in front of me. It's a good thing. Life is not slowly getting back. Life is getting back. Take care of yourself. See ya.